today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. From the 29, Wilson, man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They run. Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So the completion there from Zach Wilson, rookie out of BYU. Charles, what do you think they have to be on the lookout for defensively here, trying to slow him down?
Well, to me, it's sitting on the shorter and intermediate routes because he is an accurate thrower coming out of college. I think he was 73% his last season at BYU. So I'd give him as many looks as I could, but I'd force him to throw the ball over my head because a lot of the young quarterbacks, they want the safe completions, the easy throws early, make him throw it deeper where he has to take a little bit more of a chance.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. Get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Herbert. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the run, it's Robinson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. and fro. There to make the grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now KJ Osborne. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading them out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
It's so difficult to prepare and try to defend Colin Kaepernick, and not just because of the physical skills are always on display, whether it's throwing the ball downfield or running with the ball as well. But how about the leadership he exhibits, how his team will follow him, the smarts he has in playing the game, and of course the overall toughness. You can't run the football the way that he does without being a guy who's willing to take a hit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. First carry for Josh Jacobs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That completes it again to Metcalf.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Kaepernick now on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Kaepernick. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Robinson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the draw, Robinson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. On 3rd and 1, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Kaepernick going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Kaepernick. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. To throw again on second down. Wilson.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Gregory Rousseau brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Kaepernick firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Kaepernick now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wilson.
Dropping this underneath with Herbert.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Wilson will throw again. The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one
Thanks
more
for the
drive.
follow.
Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
There the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. To throw, Kaepernick. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Back to throw here. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Wilson to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
Now Osborne to return it.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now. Herbert powers through, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Here's Robinson again on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. He shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw, Kaepernick. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 43. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Book. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Book now.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Herbert takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert, and he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Book. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw his Book.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sullivan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was looking for Stephon Sullivan there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Book forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Milton Williams
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Tua steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Neville Gallimore able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 3 points separating these 2 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Flush to his right. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Tua. That one into the hands of Laird. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go.
Here's Tua. And he will find the rookie from LSU, Terrace Marshall.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Steps away. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tagovailoa.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. So now the Cowboys down by 4, and time a huge factor. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Javon Wem's the open man. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw.
They'll get that underneath to Herbert, and they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. He gets it to Humphreys. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.